Howdy. Hello. Let's double check everything's working properly. Oh yeah, things are setting up. Things are working properly. Cool. Why can't I see myself? There we go. I can see myself. Neat. What was he gonna do? Oh yeah. Share in Discord. Going to stream some Last One Standing. Is that the right URL? Hold on. Is it always /live? That's a different URL. Let's try this one. Yeah, that one works. Okay. Go and stream some Last One Standing. Yep. Okay. All right. What are we doing? We're playing Last One Standing, one of the Thinky Collective games. I have a level in this game. It's like pretty early on, so we'll get to it pretty quickly. Yeah, Thinky Collective games, as a reminder, or for those who haven't seen them before, effectively they're made by a random amorphous collection of people from mostly the Thinky Puzzle Games Discord, and the way the projects work is that one person like makes the first level and the first mechanic, and they pass it on to the next person who makes the next level and mechanic, and so on. And so I've added a level. I think mine's like level 5 or something, 4, 5. I don't know, something like that. And you can see the list of the people who are involved down here. I'm also currently testing out a new camera setup. I have a brand new camera that I'm using both for photography and also as a webcam. So it should be pretty decent. Like I've just had like a Logitech webcam before. And I've got like actual proper lighting. There's a light up here, like up here. You can see me casting my hand in front of it. Yeah, so should be better quality recording for sure. Let's play some Last One Standing. And of course, because I've like contributed a level to this, like I know some of it. However, I've contributed like when I got given the game, a lot of the game already existed with a lot of mechanics, but I did not play it enough to find out what the later mechanics are like, so I only really know what the first mechanic is. So let's take a look. There can only be one, right? Okay, so I am this purple thing. Hopefully I won't cover up the levels too much. Like, it's fine for now. So, okay, the way the mechanic works is if you like walk into this wall, everything in that wall except the one that I pushed against gets destroyed. And my goal is to, well, we'll find out, is to end up with exactly one thing left over at the end. Okay, so I think my level's level 3, because my level definitely comes after this one. I mean, so you kind of quickly learn that, like, well, if I'd like destroy this, now this is against this wall, but these are definitely against this wall by like normal Sokoban rules of like it's against the wall, therefore I can't pull it away. So how am I ever going to connect these together to end up leaving one left over? So instead we do it on this side, and then we do it on this side. And then there's my level, which looks almost the same, except this has been moved over. This was on this side and is now over here. And I added this because it's like, well, no, I added it first off to begin to like my initial reason was because I felt like there's an aspect of this mechanic that could have done with being like more gently introduced, and the level that comes after this I felt like kind of got a bit too complex too quickly to introduce that idea, and so I've done it here. And so like obviously if you do the same thing you did last time here, you end up in this situation where you've got this one on this wall and that on that wall. And so this is meant to be introducing the idea that sometimes you are supposed to like hook up a thing to the wall and then later go around and hit it from a different position to create the block over on that side instead. Which you end up doing in this one as well. It's just that it's a considerably more complex setup. So I wanted to try and introduce it in a simpler way. I'm kind of keen, I might do this from now on in the Thinky Collector games, just like always adding something that I think makes things like a gentler, smoother introduction. Not that it'll help. These Thinky Collector games end up being like extremely challenging games, but it maybe helps a little bit. Okay, so how does this one work? So I think for this one, I want to connect this here and then hit it over this side so that I can bring this one around. Once you know, it's simple. But I remember like myself like coming to that level and being like, how can this possibly work? Okay, I remember this one, but I don't remember what to do. So obviously I need to break out of this. And I think I like vaguely remember that the thing I want to do is hit this one, because then I could bring one around and slot it into this gap here. Like any other position wouldn't work. Like this, like, because then I would not be able to bring a thing like down here and push it left, because then I just hit it. But if I do this, then I've got this space that I can bring things into. However, that's not the whole thing. Or is it the whole thing? That might be the whole thing. If I combine that with the whole like, oh, don't, like, there's the most obvious thing to do immediately is to like just hit the thing that you've just placed into position. But I think what I want to do is hit this one, and then I end up with two things there, and I put this in between them. Cool. We're gonna quickly, this might be the first level that I've not done. I don't remember it. I'm not sure if it was there when I added my level, or maybe it was and I've just forgotten. But then when I added my level, I didn't play them all, so. Because I just decided I'm going to do an early level, I don't need to know all the other mechanics, I can wait until I play it properly. Alright, so. Okay, well, so these gaps I can't get anything into because, well, yeah, because I always have to go past a position like that. So instead, like I can like make these gaps bigger if I want to. Is that something I'd want to do? I don't think so, because I've only got three things. So they're gonna have to be positioned here, here, and here, right? Is that true? I think so. I think that is true, because eventually all four of these things are gonna have to get connected together. I could do that, but that doesn't really help, does it? I could do this. Okay, and then bring you like here, and do that, and just keep getting rid of the middle one, or like not getting rid of the opposite, keeping the middle one. Cool, neat. Okay, what is this? What is this? This is, also, let me turn the volume off on this actually. There we go, that's better. I've got something on my phone that's running that's making a bit of a buzzing noise. I wasn't sure if that was audible. Okay, so I've got 5 things, and then we've got 6 things over here. So by my logic of before, like, I'm going to have to use each one of these to join pairs of these together. And they're not positioned any way that I could ever join 3 together at the same time. So they're going to have to go in positions like this, 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 this. Wait, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, something like that, I believe. Where could I start off where I wouldn't cause problems? Is there anywhere I could start off where it wouldn't cause problems? Like, I'd immediately end up just pushing one into one of the... Oh, gosh, I did not mean to do that. But maybe it's okay to just destroy one early. Of course, why not? Hello, hey cheese. Is this your level? Okay. Good timing for arriving here. There's no reason I can't just destroy one early. Except there is, in the sense that it makes that further away from the other thing, so I can't connect to it anymore. But if I do it in places where that's okay. So like a good place that would be there, right? But not that. Ooh, okay. Because then I could do it there. I kind of keep working around to get to each one, but this one's obviously going to be a problem in the end. But it's an approach. It's an approach that sort of works. Partly. Now, if only these weren't far apart. Okay. How to fix? Like, if we could just make sure we don't leave one behind, what would that entail? Would it entail stuff? No, there'd always be a gap. It's quite easy if you have 6 crates. Yeah, that would be nice. Do you want to add one in, and then I'll solve it. And I don't want to leave any gaps like this, so I never want to do something like that. However, I can. Is there some way that I could? I think it's okay. I think what the trick's gonna be is at some point I have to connect 2 of these at the same time before hitting something. Maybe? I can't see why that would be useful. Okay, let's do that. Go in here and do this. Ah. I mean, I wouldn't be able to put it into it at the same time. At least not here. At least I'm not like far away from stuff now. There's still problems. Hey, Meteor 7. How's it going? How do you like the new camera? I've got a new camera. I'm like high definition and stuff. And a new light. There's a light up here that's lighting me up. Which makes it a lot better at like in the evening when it's dark. Like I can have a proper camera set up and you'll actually be able to see me. So yeah, this is the same problem I keep having, where I'm leaving like a gap of 2. And sure, there's a gap of 1 there, but that doesn't help. So how do I end up not doing that? How do I end up being better? Because I still can't like push one in this like space here to join these 2 together. So how would that ever work? Is there some setup where I would be able to do that and join? Because if I could join 2 at the same time right now, I could just get rid of everything. Right? So. And why can't I right now? Because that's there. Well, no, either way, like this setup, even if this block were in the way, this setup means I can't push a block into that corner. And that's true for all of them. I don't think it's solvable from here, but it could surprise me, I guess. I mean, I can also do things like that, in which case it would be... Ooh. Ooh. Wait, in fact, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Wait, it is solvable from here, isn't it? Is it not? It is. No, it's not. No, it is. No, it's not. It is. We did that. Ah. Yay! Oh gosh. Like how I didn't know whether it was solvable or not. Just like a step away from the end. The blue ones don't start blast, but do continue them. Okay, so, oh gosh, where am I? I'm there. Okay, ooh, I can push it though. Interesting. That implies that the way I've been imagining it in my head is that like the pink things stick to each other and explode when I hit them. But no, like it implies that actually they're not stuck to each other. It's just that once they're adjacent to each other, they become detonatable. Is that a word? Sure. Okay. So they continue explosions. Wait, so this is a... Okay, but... Yeah, okay. So as soon as... I think that I guess that I have to think of the rule as like, as soon as it has a neighbor, if it gets hit, it will explode. You did call the solution earlier when you said you'd have to join more than two together at once. Yeah, I mean, I still had that going in my mind as like a thing that I had to do. I was just looking for the opportunity to do it. Okay, so you are next to that. However, I can disconnect you, and then you're like a thing I can push around. You, however, are solid. Like you're like I cannot move you because you're a blocky one. You've turned into a block. So I obviously need to join like that and like that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we've got all these down here. We've got you, you're stuck against the edge. Which means we're going to need to rearrange, aren't we? How am I going to rearrange this? I've got two. I've only got two to work with, right? Because these are there. I didn't think I can disassemble this any further. Wait, but that's all I need. That is all I need. Okay. It's funny, like I go into a lot of puzzles thinking like this is going to be super complicated, but then it's sometimes there's nice ones that are not too difficult. Okay. So these are stuck in those corners. Is anything pushable right now? Because I can't push those down. Is that right? I'm going to have to break something, as in explode something. Either that or that. Isn't this symmetrical? Is this symmetrical? It looks symmetrical. Like diagonally. I think it is. Yes. Okay. So it doesn't matter which one I break. Although, I mean, another option is... No, it's not an option because they don't have a neighbor, so they won't explode. So we start off with something like that, I guess. Then we're gonna have to, at some point, connect you... Probably connect, like, through this one to this, like, all the way across. How many things do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, it happens to be the right amount. Would you believe it? So I can push this past this, in which case, maybe this is just a case of like, it's not too difficult to set these up. Am I hoping for too much? Wait, how am I getting out of here? That's a problem. Indeed, what a coincidence. 8 blocks, and there's a gap of 8. However, I need to get out of here. How does that work? How does that work? I see how that works. I see how that works. We use these two to connect these together. This is cool. And we get rid of that at the outside. And then we just fill this gap in afterwards. This is actually a really interesting idea. I like this. Like just the game in general. Put that there. I think the rest of this should like solve itself. Well, it won't solve itself, obviously, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I can just push everything into place. Okay. Okay, that cap's there. That's nice. Thank you. Boom. Nice. Okay. Are we doing? We are, aren't we? Oh no, we're not, because that's there. Okay. I was thinking, is this like the classic Sokoban block setup? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. So you're here and you're stuck. And those are stuck up there. So we're going to have to connect these somehow? How? How is that possible? Or I make the... Ooh, interesting. Do I end up making the gap bigger and then using some of the things left over somehow? If I can have more things left over. Do I? But I'm making the gap huge, so there's no way that could work. I can't move this. And I can move this along if I want to. Oh, okay, I've freed 3 things. Okay. I did it. Right, I had to push that one in and push that one underneath. I'm going to do that again. Okay, what happened there? I did this, this, and I made the space where I could bring this up. Okay, cool. Neat. What have we got? You're not stuck, but you'll explode currently. You lot are all stuck in there. Pretty much, and these will never push, so yes. So this is like a fuse of some sort. Then we've got you. Is this recoverable? This is an awkward layout. This is not recoverable. I ended up pushing it along this column or this column, but I guess that's fine. It could go one of those places. Wait, or is it recoverable? Yes, it's recoverable. No. No, this doesn't free it up in any way. It's still stuck in one of those places. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Can I uncouple this stuff? Of course I can. I can just push these past it. Yep. So if this is going to be in one of these 2 columns, which I think it's going to be anywhere near this stuff, I'm also not going to get one here. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4. This could go there. 1, 2, 3. No, that doesn't work. Could I somehow, because like I could detonate stuff early. Don't forget that I can detonate things early. Then I can just put that in that corner and push the other 2 down, right? Yes. Yay. Okay. Sweet. I don't think I'm covering up anything important here. No, just like the corner. There's this wall behind my face. So. So these aren't stuck. I can decouple you from there, but then you're against this edge forever, I think. I could decouple you the other way. That's an option. But other than that, that's the only decoupling I can do. Here, I can decouple you and kind of the same, get you against the edge, or... But at least this side I can go sideways as well. These are here. Cool, we've got 2 detonations to use. 2 detonations to use. Well, no. More, really. More, really? Yeah, because you can just keep reusing a detonator after I've used it, right? Like I can do this and then connect something else to it and then do it again. For example. Yep. You're here and here. So like the only options I've got with those is to push them in unless I get rid of one. Which is probably the kind of thing I want to do. So that I can go in and grab this. But then It's a case of like, can I connect these together? Well, no, because there's not enough things. One, two, but yeah, not enough things. So instead. Wait, so what state did I just have it in? That one. But could you have detonated? That's going to block that path. Why do I feel like I have to bring one out? Well, why else would there be a corridor behind them? So. Why am I necessarily starting on this? So these two are stuck for sure. So at some point something's going to have to connect to these, but like it's very easy to just get something next to those. I say very easy. Okay, another thing is that you are like stuck in these two positions. I can use that to open that space. And then we have three things, and that's a gap of 3. So that actually works out. That actually works out almost nicely, except I would not be able to get the pink one into one of these spaces because it would detonate when it got here. Right? I don't think there'd be any way to get it past unless I don't get it past and I just blow it up early or something. That doesn't make sense because then I'd have the two pink ones really far away from each other. So but then I can't go in and get that other block, which I think I need to do. Pretty sure I need to do. Yes, otherwise I'm just leaving like a block over here that I can't move anymore. Or I'm having to connect this to like all of these. That's never going to happen. So is that the same distance from here as that is? So why would I not do the opposite? Well, because the blues don't come as far over. So that this ends up being a bigger gap of 3, which I can't fill in. So this gap feels better because it could be filled in, except you're pink, so you won't push past these. Okay. So, okay, so maybe better to think of it as I can't get the pinks like past this middle section. So it's like the best thing I could do with this pink is put it like here. How many things do we start off with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not including these two. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, However, I do think I want to go through a thing. So, but maybe I do that, but then I can't get this past this. I was thinking like maybe I put that here. No, here. No, doesn't make sense. I definitely want to be able to push one of these out. The easiest way of doing that. I mean, the only way of doing that is to have like a blue next to them and then a pink off to one of the sides of that. To make sure I can actually go in the entrance that I've opened up. If that's the case, then do I want to... So I can't do this. So for this one, it would have to be like this. That'd be the only way to do it, right? Of course, I could bring a blue over to the other side if I want to. Do I want to? Why do I want to? That definitely just makes things worse. I've got less stuff afterwards. And then on this side, my options are either the same thing, I can go in and get this, but then I think we've got other problems, or this, which I also think has problems, or potentially you being there, but I don't know how I would set that up. Like that. Okay. Now what do I think I'm doing? So now to connect like this and this together, I'd have to... I wouldn't be able to do it. There's far too many spaces between them. I don't know. I don't think it's useful to have you there, is it? Unless I can move you in. Maybe it is? I reckon you're just like coming into the space at some point. Maybe I can do that from now, actually. Well, now I've blocked that back in. I think I'm getting somewhere, maybe. We also have the option of... Okay, before I did that, let's make that so I can still get in. Okay. We also have the option of doing something like... No, you can never get past that. Okay. Until that's removed. So maybe I put this in here early. Feels bad. Maybe I put you there? No. Maybe I just put you where you are right now. I basically just need to bridge the gap between these two pink blocks. But it's going to involve using one of these by pushing it out to the top. There's not going to be... like... This feels good because it opens up the passage while also leaving a thing kind of close to the central area so that I can have a smaller gap to bridge across, I guess, is the thinking there. However, can't really do much setup on the left-hand side because I need to be able to come out this way. Like if I were putting those two there, that'd be good. Or if I were putting... I mean, that would be the only thing that would be good, I guess. Can I get the ones that are in the middle out of the way? No, because I'd have to... only if I had like another thing. Which I do, but I don't have it where I need it. Right. Don't think there's a way to fix that. I could of course go here and shuffle some things if I really want to. I don't want to though, do I? I do not want that to be there. That's always going to be a problem. It'll be in the way afterwards. So... I don't see a way of fixing this. I mean, I could do this. And then I'm blocked. I clearly have to take the corridor along the bottom. And I know I can get these two past each other like this, which makes a smaller gap there. But then I can't set this stuff up. Right? Or can I? I don't think so. Because the other thing is like, oh, I might be able to set that up if I could put this down here in this space and then be on the other side, but I can't be on the other side unless I can somehow untangle this. How did they... maybe I can untangle that. Oh, that's sneaky. I think I'm doing that, right? Or that. That's sneaky. I think that's totally what I'm doing, because now I can set these up. That was cool. That was very nice. The green ones can only start blasts. Can only start blasts. What does that mean? Okay. If a pink is connected to greens, the pink no longer can start the blast. Or it can. What? What does that rule mean? Like I get out, oh no. I get out to solve the level, but hold on, let me go back to that. That was level 14. So that doesn't transfer, can only start blasts. That last one was in the game when I got it, so I solved it, then completely forgot how it worked when the game came out. Yeah, that was a cool one. It requires like doing some setup. It's like unintuitive setup that you have to do. Okay, so how does this rule work? So I can start on a green, I can start on a pink. Aha, it was slow. Okay, that does make sense. Start on the green, I can start on the pink. Greens can only start. Well, I mean, what other things do we have? They can't be pushed. Can they be pushed? Can they... I mean, so the other thing that these things can do is that they can continue an explosion. But I've just been told that greens only start explosions. Yeah, this green is clearly continuing an explosion. Unless by being connected it counts as like one thing, maybe? And it doesn't continue like that. Like, I guess the green line, the connected lines maybe is indicating something. But I don't understand why this doesn't connect. Why this doesn't blow up? Maybe because a thing will only blow up if it's connected to something. And right now, that pink, sure, the green thinks it's connected, but the pink does not. Am I going to have to think about this just in terms of those lines, I guess? So I can only start an explosion at a place where there's a line connected to an adjacent thing. And it will continue along those directions, but not the opposite. Like in this case, an explosion would continue from here to here, but not from here to here because of the connectivity. Like it will go in the direct. Like if on when it's detonating this space, if there's a line coming out of this space in that direction, it will go that way. Otherwise, it won't. I guess that's how I'm going to have to think about it. That's a weird rule. So right now, this will not transfer to the green. Okay. Yeah. So I'm left to either do that or this and not be able to leave. Also, it's obviously not that, so I'm left to do exactly this. Okay. Then we've got these. And how do they work with it? So the green will connect to them. Yep, they'll continue the explosion. All right. At some point, we're going to have to fill in this. But we can't. We can, of course, start the explosion outside, and we have 5 things. In fact, this is the whole thing, isn't it? Yay. Cool. Ta-da! Okay. This looks a bit like yours, Cheese. It's got those sets of 4. It's like a variation on it. And we've got a green that we can push around. With a green that we can push around. And we can detonate from green. What's the... Yeah, I think that way that rule is explained with like greens can only start explosions. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't capture the whole truth. Is it just phrased weirdly? Because greens can obviously do other things. Oh, yours is the variation. Interesting. Okay. Did you see the implications of 2x2 sets of things here and go, oh, I could build another puzzle around that? However, this is different, right? Because I can't like do the thing where I like create a space that I can push this into. So I'm gonna have to detonate this in one of these kind of horrendous positions. Which makes things tricky, although it doesn't, because I can push that into there. That still makes things tricky. Sure, I've got these two, which I can pull away. However, I can't get... No, yeah, still a problem, right? Because like I need to join a bunch more things together. Okay, so instead of that, I mean, I don't think I want to do this. That's just really far away from stuff. This is an option, but then I can't recover these. Do I necessarily want to? Do I want to like do this? Or this and explode these, then I can recover those. Still things are too far away from each other though. Right? For sure. This is an option as well. Sorry, I didn't mean to just like try options. That's not going to be good. Well, let's end up detonating up here every time. So it's got to be like, well, I mean, I guess I can do things from the side, but then I feel like I'm leaving too much of a gap. I'm not doing the maths, but it feels like I am. Do I want to join two at the same time? Which was the trick to yours as well, jeez. But I think it... Oh, it does help. It does help. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. So because it doesn't continue to the pink one... Oh, it does continue to the pink one. Right. Oh, but I can just... Okay, if I leave that out... Hold on. Leave one of these out, I think. Put that there. Detonate this. Put that in that space. It is an interesting setup with the 2x2 blocks. The fact that you can't push things into a corner without detonating everything. Okay. Green. Green is very weird. So you won't detonate right now because you're not connected to anything. You won't detonate right now and I can't push you. You won't detonate right now because you're not connected to anything. Now you would. But you won't transfer to the green. There's a green there. Oh gosh, this is complicated. What do I do at this point? Eventually you're going to have to be connected to something. Indeed. But there's like a few ways of getting there, maybe. Huh. Is there some implication of this being solid already? What's the implication of that? That has to be involved in an explosion at some point, just like the rest of them. Right now I'm just trying things, so I'm not totally sure what will lead to the right kind of result. Like everything is connected right now, except things won't transfer that direction from pink to green. Things won't transfer from pink to green. If I start on the pink, then I leave two greens behind. And not many things I can push. Except if I do that, I've got a new thing to push, I guess, sort of. Like that does nothing for me. This gives me a new green to push, but in an interesting way or not. Ooh, greens are really weird to think about. These two are just stuck at that point. Never pushing you around, right? Unless I can get rid of that green, which I don't think I can because there's pinks next to it. Yeah, I can't. Well, no, unless I do this and that. It doesn't get rid of the green. Let's do this and that. I mean, that also doesn't get rid of the green. Ah! I'm finding the green rule very hard to internalize. I can start an explosion at it, it will transfer away from it, but I can't transfer an explosion to it. What does that imply about this level then? Nothing. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to end it with one block left over. Is there a good way to reason about that? So that green in the corner's got pinks on either side of it. The pinks won't ever transfer to the green. So I have to hit the green at some point. I think that's true. I have to go and hit that green. Yes. And I have to hit this green at some point. But I need to not end up with that problem. Ending up with 2 left at the end. And the green becomes a pink after I explode it. I'm not seeing how. Like, I could probably reason about the connectivity here in some way. Like, if this were a normal setup with no greens, I'd just be thinking about like, oh, I just need to fill the gap and make sure they're all connected to each other. But greens break the connectivity in a certain direction. They break the connectivity in that direction, like from pink to green. However, if I go and explode a bunch of things, the thing that's left over from exploding is not movable. So if I want to end up with some movable stuff afterwards, I have to basically free an object up. For example, like this green that I've just freed up by doing that. Yeah, this is very compact. Okay, so because of the discontinuity between pinks and greens, I cannot be setting anything up like this, and then I can't go and hit a green. And I need to hit both greens at some point, I believe. However, I might just be freeing up a green immediately, and obviously that green at the top's not going to get free, and you're not going to get free. Okay, hold on, I think I'm having realizations. I am freeing that green. Okay, what ways are there to free that green? Like that? Like that? That does not free the green. Basically, I have to get rid of this block in some way. And the only two I can hit are that and that. It's not freed up in that case, though. It's just there. Why do I have to free up the green? Because of something. I don't know. Yeah, and I'm always going to end up leaving one in the corner here. That's probably the last one I do, maybe? Maybe. Okay, what other ways do I have of freeing you? I don't really have any. I mean, that frees you in that way. Oh, except I could free you like this. Ooh. Or something like that, like a multi-explosion freeing. Wait, why does that... Oh yeah, of course, that leaves that behind. Multi-explosion freeing. I mean, I'd have to still have a movable thing at the end of it. Could free you up like that, but then how are these ever going to get attached to each other? The nuts? That does not free you up. Do I necessarily need to free that up? I think so, because I need to end up with something I can move after doing all this, right? Yes. Like, what else would I do? Everything else is stuck. So I'm freeing you. I've got to. And I'm somehow using that. But maybe I'm just freeing you in a way that you're not that free, like this. Oh, look. Okay, so I've got a bird box in my garden. Oh, the colours are changing. You're not even going to be able to see this, but I've got a camera in the bird box. There's a bird. Oh, it just flew away. It's building a nest. I'm going to try and get that showing on my PC so I can actually show it properly. But yeah, there's a bird trying to build a nest in my bird box. I think it just brought some nesting stuff. I'm kind of concerned it's going to give up. Oh no, yeah, it's definitely bringing nesting stuff. Holy moly, this is great. I should try and get this showing. How do I do it? I guess I'll use VLC, maybe. Yeah, bird cam. That's actually what it says in the corner, bird cam. Let me switch to camera only. You'll get a very big VLC. Open network stream? I know what I'm doing. How do I get an IP address of this? Oh my gosh, this is exciting. You're missing it all. How do I get an IP address for that camera? I set it up at some point on my phone. Okay, add device. Okay, there's an IP address. What's the protocol? Is it RTSP? 192.168. That's a local address. It's okay that I'm reading this out, I guess. I guess I shouldn't say the whole thing. I don't know. What port? Maybe I can just do that. Hey, Toombler. How's it going? I mean, I am streaming this, but I'm now distracted because I'm trying to get my bird box camera showing. What happens if I press play now? Enter login and password. There isn't a login. Okay, hold on. Open network stream. Play. Is this gonna work? Could not connect. I just don't know what the port is. I've got the IP address. Maybe it'll say on my phone. Puzzle's gonna wait. Although sometimes it's quiet and the birds don't turn up, but they were just hanging around in the bird box. Are they there now? They're not there now. Okay. Like, I have to use these horrible apps on my phone. They're actually awful. I've never found a good one. There must be a good, like IP camera app. And probably I just have to pay for it. And then I'd get a good one instead of using these horrible free ones. Okay. Settings. Basic settings? Nope. Advanced settings? Oh, maybe about the device. About the device. IP. Yeah, what IP? And what protocol? I need to know so many things. Hold on, maybe it says in the other. I've got 2 apps. No, that's a game. Don't want to play a game. Oh, the bird's in the box right now. Camera settings? Okay, here we go. It is RTSP. It is that IP address. Maybe I have to put that port in? There's definitely no password on it. Oh, it's trying 554. Is that okay? Is RTSP? Is that the main? Is that the normal port for RTSP port? Yeah, 554. Okay. Open network stream. I mean, I could show what I'm doing, but so there shouldn't be a password. Why is it? Okay, let me read the error properly. What does it say? It says VLC could not connect. Connection failed. Then I press close. Oh no, okay, the thing pops up, RTSP authentication, please enter a valid login, but there is no login. As far as I know. Maybe I should just Google IP camera VLC. Okay. Or maybe I should Google my specific camera. Or something. RTSP. I'm pretty sure there's no username and password. It's just open, but only on my local network, as far as I know. I hope. Okay, what camera did I buy? It was literally 2 years ago, so the real puzzle is figuring out how this works exactly. Sorry, I should be playing the game, but instead I'm doing this. Bird camera. I'm just gonna Google. Not Google. I'm gonna search through my emails for when I bought this camera. Okay, here we go. So I bought it from Green Feathers. Green Feathers IP camera VLC. Ooh. It's telling me to use some like device manager program. I'm sure I can do it just using VLC. I'm pretty sure I did it before, but oh, here we go. Viewing a VLC. You can enter this address into VLC to view it on your PC. Just open VLC, select Media, Open Network, Stream, Network, then click Play. Okay, what's the address? Why is that such a tiny screenshot? Really? That address? Okay, I'll try that. Okay. Open network stream. Okay. This could end up being a different camera to the one I've got, I guess. Play? That's not going to work. No. Oh, 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 oh. Folks, do you hear that? Do you hear that horrible buzzing sound? Sorry about the buzzing sound. Wait, maybe you don't hear the big buzzing sound. You don't? Okay, because I don't have desktop audio coming through. Hold on. Here we go. Now you'll hear a horrible buzzing sound. Yep. They're not there. After all that, they're not there. At least currently. They might come back in a second. Let me mute the desktop audio. Just remind me to put it back on when we go back to the game. Let's see if they come back. But they sometimes like do some nest building and then go away for a bit. I'm currently unsure if they're... I don't quite get how it works. I don't know how birds work, but like I don't know whether it like just because they've started building a nest. And, oh, here we go. Hello. Look at this. Hello, friends. Goodbye, friends. Isn't that the best? Isn't that the best thing ever? So yeah, I don't know, like, if they start a nest, does it mean they're necessarily going to use it? I know some birds build multiple nests, but I think that was a great hit, and I think they built one nest and nested it. I need to double check that is what it was. I think I'm almost certain it was. But yeah, very exciting. But then I don't I don't know what happens. Like, what happens if they are building a nest and then they're like, oh, actually, I don't like this place anymore. Hello, you're back. So that's the female. So I've identified which one's which. Because the male has a little white dot on its back. Like, that's not a general thing for that species. It's just for these two birds. I've like realized which one's which based on there being a white dot on its back. And what happens is the male comes in, jumps in, doesn't really do much, sort of messes things up a little bit. And then the female will come in, jump on top of the male because there's not a lot of space in there. And the male will be like, screw this, and gets out of there. But yeah, the female does the nest building with this species. Look at this. So I've had this bird box for like 2 years and nobody's built a nest in it so far, and so this is the first time it's happening, which is very exciting. If you take photos of them, not of these ones. I could get some photos of these ones, and I will do, because they'll be hanging around this nest box for a while. It's just I only noticed that they'd started building yesterday. I'm pretty sure they only started yesterday. And since then, I've mostly been looking at this view, not watching them go in. Oh, hello. It's funny how much they come back with nothing. Like, you'd think if you're building a nest, you'd go get some moss or whatever and bring it in. The other great thing is my garden is very mossy, and so there's a good supply for building nests. Is that the right time? Did I sort out the time? I did sort out the time. Okay, that is the correct time. Cool. We could leave that in the corner or something and continue playing the game. Let me turn the volume down in VLC. Here we go. Here we go. Can I like get rid of minimal interface? Oh, there we go. Look at that. I guess now you can see my username is admin. My password is nothing. So you can go up there, birds. I'll be down here. And we'll try and solve the puzzle. Oh, but will you stay on top? I think there was a stay on top. View, always on top. There we go, sorted. Hello, Slap, you silly dog. Nice to meet you at GDC. Who were you? I don't recognize the username, sorry. Or who were you, or where did I meet you? At what thing? At what particular thing? There we go. We got bird cam in the corner, and we can solve puzzles. I don't know if my puzzle ability will be. Oh yeah, the game based around undos, of course, at the Thinky Game Meetup. All right. Yes. Okay, I do recall. Met a lot of people at GDC. Too many people. And somehow didn't get ill, which is the very surprising thing. Look what's going on up here in this bird box. Isn't that exciting? I'm going to be so distracted by that. But okay. Oh, let me bring my desktop audio back. Now that I've muted VLC. There we go. Okay. You can hear the game, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so I was operating on the idea that I wanna free up this green in some way. However, anytime I do that, I end up leaving like these two up here. So I don't want to leave a gap like over here, because then I've got two gaps to fill in. So that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. What is Blast One Standing? Okay, so Blast One Standing is a game made by the Thinky Collective. And the Thinky Collective is basically just a group of people from the Thinky Puzzle Discord, but for each game, it's a different group of people. If I close this, it's on itch.io at thinkycollective.itch.io, Blast One Standing. And I don't know if you were able to attend my talk at GDC, but one of the things I mentioned is we do these projects where one person makes the initial level. In this case, Toombler, who's in the chat or was in the chat, made the first level of this game and the initial mechanic, and then they pass it on to the next person. You can see 30 people were involved in this game. So I'm going to keep getting distracted by that bird, but yeah, so Toombler made the first one, passed it on to the next person who made the next level, who made the next level, and passed it on to the next person who made the next level, and so on and so forth, until we end up with a game. And this is the game we've got. And I think I'm on level like 17 of, I guess, 38. Whoa. Okay. How long am I going to stay on this for? It's currently 11:50. It's currently 11:50. My talk is recorded. I think it'll get posted to YouTube eventually. They usually do. It's part of the Experimental Games Workshop, and those are usually posted to YouTube. I was pretty nervous for my talk, and my notes didn't show up, so I had to do it entirely without notes. It's fine. People will be able to watch it. I think it is fine. I think people have told me it was good. So I'm probably just thinking like, oh, I was so nervous, therefore I don't want to see it again. But other people can see it. It's fine. And there were like some segues that I missed that made things make more sense. I think. I don't know. I think I'm just judging my talk in retrospect, which I would do, because I'm the one that did it. So yeah. Anyway, how to solve this puzzle. So blowing this up here leaves a gap that's too big. Blowing it up even further down leaves a gap that's too big. So what are my other options? Maybe I don't blow you up. Maybe I leave you right now. You are not my detonator. And I instead, well, what is my detonator? Either this green feels terrible because it leaves too many gaps, or these over here. That one leaves too many gaps and nothing is movable. This one leaves too many gaps, but this is movable, but still ends up leaving too many gaps. So what could work here? What could work? Oh, Bird's back with some stuff. There we go. So therefore, I guess I am using this in some way. In some way. So I could put you there and I could not blow you up there. But then I've got nothing to move around. I could do that. None of this feels good. I kind of feel like I need to fill this gap in, this space here. Or, there's no way I'm bringing that further away, right? No. This frees things up in an interesting way. I've got you, but like there's still too much of a gap. Still too much of a gap. And that's way too much of a gap. And that leaves a thing adjacent to it, so I can't use it. Okay, so there's another way of doing that. How did that work? Well, I made this space open. There's too many gaps. Oh, bird's back. With a lot of moss. Look at all that moss. Okay, I feel like this bird has decided this is definitely where it's nesting. Pretty certain. I'm not done, right? Like, this is not solvable from here because of where you are. But you had to be where you are because I didn't want to blow this up. That's not true. No, it's not done. No, I thought I was done. Wait, am I done? No, I'm not done. No. Green is weird. No. No. I like the idea of letting myself in here to go into this bit. Because it like keeps things close together up in the top right corner. But then what? Yeah, it's unfortunate I can't just detonate this. And it transfers to the green. So that's another way to get you out of the way. But then I don't get access to that because I've left one adjacent to it. So I like the idea of getting this one out of the way, or like giving me a passage around the back of this. That feels like a good start. However, I keep ending up with a situation where I cannot push this green in where I would need it, which would be like next to the other green, I guess. Which I can do now, but then they're not next to the pinks. So I have to keep the pinks over there as well. But if you're... How can this work? That does not free you up. Bird's back. Here we go. I'm struggling to see how this could work. Is there a reason that's like free? Am I... Is it? No, because the green would always detonate it, so... Yeah. I was thinking, is there a way to get rid of that green without getting rid of the pink that's next to it? But no, there's not, right? I am going to have to stop soon, probably about 12, which is in 3 minutes. Am I having the right ideas here? I don't mind some hints on these streams that I do. If I ask for them. Like, I want to end up with them all compressed up here, but I want to end up... I'm so close. Am I close at this point? Oh, my stomach's rumbling. I'm hungry. It's not fixable from here, right? Like, I can only blow those up. Like, freeing that green makes sense. Definitely looks quite challenging. Yes, it is. The green rule is particularly weird. I haven't, like, wrapped my head around it yet. Not this point. Okay. But the ideas that I'm thinking about are along the right lines. Am I along the right lines of wanting to, like, free up this gap around here so that I can get access to this? Because any other thing doesn't really give me access to it other than putting it there. Yeah, I don't really get access to it, and I end up leaving a block down here, which feels terrible. So, like, anything where I destroy things up here feels better, because then I can come in and grab you. But, like, that's, like, it's upsetting that that's not good. I said I'd lost when I wasn't. Oh no, but when was that? I've tried many things where I thought I was lost. Yeah, one of the problems with asking for help via stream chat is that usually it's too late to say. What other options do I have? That feels not good because of all the gaps that are left over. Like, there's too many gaps, and these two in the corner aren't moving, and this isn't moving here. Like, almost certainly this is joining to this at some point, right? Is there any reason why I'd want to do that and then instead detonate something else, like you or you? You said yes, but to which thing? To the idea of it being hard to give hints. Look at all that moss. Oh, oh, oh my gosh, here we go. Here's the mail. This is the best. Okay, so that is joining to that. I mean, so that makes sense. I would expect that. And I'm probably blowing it up immediately. But then how do I... Like, this is a state that I can be in that feels like it's stuck. Like, I can't detonate these two. I can't push these past there. I can't get this in a situation where it would detonate all of them. Okay. There's this state where I freed you up. I mean, it's basically the same. They just end up with two like that. And then... I can end up with two, just like with a gap between them. But other than that, it's not basically the same. Okay, that's okay. I could have won there, really. So it's in one of those two positions. Like, I'm not sure which one you're talking about. So I'm like either this position or the other position. Is there something good about this? Or is it the other one? So green transfers to pink, but not to... Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I love how everybody's just saying this one, but it comes in like like 30 seconds later, so I never know which one this one is. We need a rule of like you can never just refer to like what you're seeing on screen. You have to describe what you're seeing on screen or something like that. Um, well, it doesn't need to be a rule. I can just say it when people say things. Um, like there's a delay built into like YouTube Studio stream settings. I don't know where it is. There is some setting somewhere, which is about like the quality. Like if you want less delay, you have to increase the or decrease the quality or something. Yeah, it was a hard level. Okay, I'm gonna stop there because I gotta get lunch and then I'm going to game dev meetup here in Edinburgh. Let's look at the bird for a second. Okay, this nest is really coming along. This is exciting. Isn't this the best? So earlier on today, you can still see the bottom of the bird box. Like there was like a circle in the middle. Look at that. It's like wedging the things in. Don't you think it's like mind blowing as well that birds they just know how to do this? Like there's no like birds don't have like I mean they have a little bit of language I guess in the sense that they can communicate in certain different ways, but they have no way of like saying like, oh, here's how you build a nest. Or maybe you can still see the bottom of the box. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Go get some more moss. Need some more moss. But they're like they know how to like grab the moss, bring it in, like kind of weave it like within its like the thing it's doing now, where it's like kind of compacting it together. Or it's just destroying it. Maybe they don't know what they're doing. It's having a look down the little gap in the corner, which is for drainage. Okay. I watched the Nature Tech bird boxes during GT season. What does GT stand for? GT season. So it's neat to arrive just when this step is happening. It is amazing. I love it. I'm now glad I bought this. I'm now glad that I bought this bird box camera because like I was kind of thinking, oh no, it was a waste because for the last 2 years nothing nested in it, but this year I think like, and the thing is you end up doubting like why. Okay, so this is a normal behavior where they peck the opening of the thing. I think it's to do with like checking stability and all kinds of stuff. I don't know. They just peck the holes around the thing. You can see they've like chipped away at it. It may be also a little bit about like, oh, making it a little bit bigger, easier to squeeze through without like damaging their feathers or whatever. I don't know. Because I think this hole is intended for slightly smaller birds. But they're obviously fine climbing in. Yeah, I'm glad I bought this. I recommend it. It just takes a while. But yeah, the problem is you end up doubting like whether you've put it in a good position or like all these things. Then you end up projecting like your own ideas onto the bird of like what would a bird like? Like, and there's like obviously advice online of like, oh, you should have it facing a certain direction and not too much in the sun. And oh, hey, he's back. She's back. And all that kind of stuff, and like what height it should be at. Then you end up thinking, oh, and also there needs to be enough space in front of the hole for it to like, to have like an open route for flying away from the hole. But then when you like put it up one year, you think you got it in the perfect place, and then nothing nests in it. And you're like, oh, did I put it in the wrong angle? Was it too sunny? Was it? So this time I just left it there in the same place for the last. So it was in this position last year, and it's obviously there now. And part of me wonders, like, oh, does it help if you just like leave the bird box in one position? Because then maybe if like, it depends whether the birds stay around the same area. Look at how much moss it's got. Holy crap. Like, some birds will stay around the same area for quite a long time, and so maybe they get used to the box being there and then they'll nest in it. I don't know. Now I would leave this on, and maybe I should find a way of just like being able to leave this on while I'm away, but I do need to go and have lunch and all sorts of stuff. It's very exciting though. I'll try and stream it sometimes, even if I'm not streaming a game. In fact, I could leave it streaming now. Should I just leave it on? I just changed the name of the thing. Okay, let's edit the name of the stream or start a new stream. How does this work? How do I like end the stream and start a new one? Maybe I'll just end it and I'll start a new stream with just the Bird Box show. Right? If people want to continue watching, you'll be able to find it in a minute. So otherwise, I'm gonna head off. Goodbye. I mean, so the bird stream won't be around forever. At some point, I'll go out and I don't want to leave stuff on, so I'll turn it off then. But right, see you folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll try and play more Last One Standing at some point. Bye bye.